They've waited, and now it's finally here. Much-needed aid touched down at the most devastated area of this destructive earthquake. It's in Gayan, where officials believe most of the lives have been lost. And it's also here where most have been injured.
In the Gayan district, 300 people have been martyred, 500 to 600 people have been injured, and 12,000 houses have been destroyed as a result of this earthquake.
The extent of damage is evident, but the slow response to get vital supplies, including medical attention, has meant only now, 4 days on, people are receiving treatment.
5 members of my family were injured. My house is destroyed, and we're facing many problems. We need all kinds of support, and we request the international community and Afghans who can help to come forward and help us.
But this is a call we've heard time and time again. The aid agencies that remained in Afghanistan after the Taliban took over last year have reacted, but only within their capabilities. This country's infrastructure has been a major barrier, but its isolation from the world has been an even bigger one. In the capital, Kabul, the government believes the financial sanctions imposed by the US on the Taliban is the greatest barrier of all.
The problem stems from the 20-year occupation, and it stems from the lack of basic infrastructure that has not been built over the last 20 years. And as for the resources part, it's the sanctions. It's the sanctions, it's the asset freezes, and it's the callous attitude of the world. If we look at the sanctions, if we look at the collective punishment, our track record is actually many, many, many times better than what they have. So talking about moral superiority, ours is here and theirs is in the gutter.
But the Taliban have broken promises. Their pledge to allow all girls to go back to school was ditched last year, a policy which set back any hopes of diplomatic ties. And it's a move seen by some officials as shooting themselves in the foot, and ultimately could be the reason for a limited international response to this disaster.
Despite all the political noise, which is hard to ignore, at the heart of this tragedy are people. People who've been waiting for help. People who've lost everything. Inzamam Rashid, Sky News in Kabul.